Hello, lovely souls. Melanie here, coming on live today to do a short meditation and give you some healing as well. So just clearing the energies and setting the space between us as always. So just going to play these bowls for a little bit and asking Archangel Michael to step forward to hold the space for us as always. And asking my spiritual team to step forward to be fully present as well. And before we start this meditation and healing, you might like to set that same intention for your spiritual team to step forward and be fully present and to give you signs that are clear to you and that you understand. Setting that intention is sometimes very, very helpful. And then if you're ready to go ahead and to do this meditation and receive this healing with me, then find a nice space where you can sit down and relax and close your eyes. But remember, if you're driving or operating machinery and you need to focus, please come back to this at a later date. It would not be suitable to do this now. But if you're all ready to go and you can find a nice space, a sacred space in your environment, to share this sacred space that we have here together, then that would be wonderful. And it can be anywhere really in your home, you know, if you've got a sitting room area that you can use, or even in a bedroom or wherever. But if you get comfortable, having a glass of water nearby is really helpful as well, because as we work the energies, you'll find that you will probably be a little bit more thirsty than usual. And this is just going to be a really simple, quite short, basic meditation where we go through the steps of connecting to source, which we're always connected to, but we have that intention of going through the steps of fully connecting to source and our spiritual support team. And then I will possibly play the bowls a little bit during the meditation. And we will find ourselves in this beautiful present moment of peace and calm together. And I shall run some healing as well. And then when we come out of the meditation, we'll do a grounding meditation. So it's quite a simple, straightforward meditation, but this meditation will be something that's really useful for you to do, for example, as a daily meditation. And perhaps before you get up in the morning, I always love doing a meditation before I even get out of bed, give myself some healing, do a meditation for myself, use my crystals as well, actually, often, and just really set the space, really set the space for the day that I'm going to have ahead of me with my intentions and such like. So it's a really powerful thing to do. And as always, I'd really encourage you to do your daily ritual routine of the lovely meditation, grounding, connecting, and give yourself some healing, because it's so powerful, it's so important, and it really does support you in setting you up for the day. Hello, Audrey. Oh, it's so lovely that you've caught me. Yes, that's brilliant. Oh, it's lovely that you're here. Hope you're well. So we're just going into the meditation now. And so when you're ready, just take a few cleansing breaths. Nice cleansing breath in, breathing out. Cleansing breath in, really getting centered as we take that lovely cleansing breath in. And on that out breath, use that to support you to release anything that you've been dealing with so far in the day, or any heaviness that you've taken on board, any to-do lists, any of that heavier, denser energy that appears as stress, worries, doubts. Allow that to fall off and away from your auric field. Allow it to do that, to support you in doing that as you breathe out. And as you breathe in, connecting really even more fully to source and your spiritual team, and that center of that heart chakra, so to speak, of love and light. So breathing in that love and light, feeling centered, feeling peaceful in your safe, sacred space that you share with me now. On the out breath, allowing that breath to support you in releasing any fears, any worries, any doubts, any to-do lists. Just leave them for the moment and be fully present and enjoy this meditation and this healing that you're receiving. Lovely breath in, and then on the out breath, letting it all go, letting go of all that no longer serves you. And as you perhaps stay focused on your breath, if that helps, but as we go deeper into this meditation, visualize, see, feel, or know that beautiful golden light that comes down through the soul star chakra to your crown chakra. Visualize that light, a beam of light that connects us to Source, to our spiritual support team, sending us those beautiful rays of love and light and connecting us even more fully. Feel, see, know that light coming down through your third eye, through your throat chakra, through your heart chakra. This wonderful light emanating throughout your being, going down through your solar plexus, your sacral and your root. Feel this beautiful light of Source filling you up even more fully and supporting you in releasing and cleansing anything that you're ready to release. Filling up with even more love, even more light. And you might like to focus on the heart chakra, such a powerful chakra and so beautiful. That love that emanates, that pure divine love and light that emanates from the heart chakra is so powerful. We're always connected to it. We are it. We are a part of Source. We are connected to Source. And that beautiful light that emanates like an energetic fire of love. You might see it as pinks or reds or greens or whatever color resonates for you. The heart chakra often appears to people as pinks or greens, actually, but it's whatever works for you, whatever resonates with you. Everybody's different. And you can visualize, see, feel, or know that light emanating even brighter from your heart chakra, that unconditional love for yourself, and the unconditional love from your spiritual support team that are with you always. Part of, I find, what they're here to do and support us with is teaching us unconditional love, particularly for ourselves. And of course, yes, there is that for others as well, definitely. But there's definitely an important lesson when we come to the earth plane, and that is very much about learning self-love and unconditional love for self. Because when we're in the earth plane and there's various earthly challenges and so on, it's easy to be hard on ourselves, to be our biggest critic, to judge ourselves and so on. So learning the practice, the daily practice of self-love, self-worth, self-acceptance is key. And when we learn those things for ourselves, we actually then are practicing it in our life day to day for others as well, to be kind and compassionate to others, which is so vital as well for humanity. So you can feel that beautiful heart chakra emanating outward, that love, that divine, unconditional love and light that is always there, that we are and that we are always a part of. And this is a beautiful space that we can always find within, particularly when we're in a meditative space of peace and tranquility and quiet, and we're focusing on the present moment. And that beautiful golden light that we have visualized there, that we're always connected to of Source, that connects in with our heart chakra, and it connects in with the divine wisdom and knowledge that we have accessible from our higher knowing and from our spiritual support team that is in the love and light of source consciousness. So spend a moment enjoying being in this beautiful, tranquil, loving space. When we spend daily time in meditation and go within, it really supports us so fully in feeling this divine love and light that we are and that we are always connected with. Because like we were saying, it's so easy to feel off kilter if there's various things going on in your day and busy day, to-do lists, challenges, whatever's happening in your life or in the world can impact how you feel in yourself and how grounded and connected you feel. And when we're in that grounded and connected space, we make decisions and choices from our higher knowing with the support of our spiritual team. And they are always guided and aligned choices when we are in that alignment and connected so fully and grounded. So throughout the day, we can be so busy. You know, you might have an office job where you're stuck at the desk and you're on the computer all day. You might be a busy mum or dad looking after the children all day. It could be numerous things, but in the busyness of earthly life, we can find often that we feel a little bit disconnected to our higher knowing and higher self and spiritual team. In the busyness of it, caught up in to-dos or worries or doubts. And also needing to ground more, because when we feel a bit up in the air, airy-fairy, not knowing what we're doing and feeling like we can't make a decision, that's when we need to really ground in. And we're going to do that when we come out of the meditation in a minute. But I'd really like you to just spend a little bit of time enjoying being in this space where you're fully consciously connected to your spiritual support team, which is always in that love and light of source consciousness. And perhaps in this peaceful, sacred time, in this short meditation that we're doing today, you might feel, see, hear, or know a message that's coming through from your spiritual support team, angels, guides, ancestors, various spirit animals. The list is almost endless, really. But being in this quiet, sacred meditative space is beautiful, and it allows your intuition to kick in more fully, allows you to be able to listen and acknowledge your intuition more fully. While we're in this space, we will just very briefly connect consciously to the earth, and I'd like you to visualize a root or a cord or a ribbon or a light going down from your root chakra through your legs and your feet into the earth, holding you secure and strong. And that's what the grounding is about. And we will go back to that towards the end of the meditation. While I play these bowls just for a few more moments before giving you some healing, you might like to continue to tap into your intuition, be aware and listen to signs, feelings, images, words that come in to that third eye space. Be open to the messages that you get from your spiritual team. Be open to the guidance. And you always know if it is your spiritual team and loving guidance, because it always feels loving. It's always done with love and light. It's always kind. It's always compassionate. And that's how you know when your spiritual team are giving you those messages and that you are connected in properly and it's not your ego jumping in. And sometimes your spiritual team can perhaps give you messages that you think, oh gosh, that's pushing me out my comfort zone a bit, because when we step into our highest path and purpose and we release stuff that's been holding us back, our vibration raises, and then that allows us to step into the next thing. But stepping into the new, even when it's aligned, can feel like you've got butterflies in your tummy. You can feel a little bit out of your comfort zone, a little bit anxious, but it always feels right. It always feels aligned. So that's how you know it will always be loving, and it will always be supporting you for your highest good. And the crystal singing bowls always support you and encourage you to release what isn't serving you, heavier energy, stagnant energy, worries, doubts. And so these are working now as I'm playing them, and they're supporting you as you are doing the inner work and releasing what you're ready to release. And therefore supporting you to hear your intuition, hear your guides more fully. It all supports that. All of these meditative practices are so supportive of that. I'd like to do some healing now for the group collective. And as you'll probably know from your own spiritual journey, and also if you've listened to me before, this is relevant if you're here now, whether it's now on the live, whether it's an hour later, tomorrow, next week, next year, whenever it is. If you're here, it's something important for you to receive here. There's some wisdom, some knowledge, or there's something, some healing. There's something for you to receive here. And I always set the intention that that is the case, that whether live or on replay, this is going to be empowering, transformational, supportive to you. And you can come back to this at any time. It's always my intention that this goes onto my YouTube channel or my Facebook pages, well, both actually, both Facebook pages and the YouTube channel. So you can tap into this whenever you wish. And this healing is sent to all of you here on live and on replay, and to me as well. It's our beautiful sacred space that we have set here together, and within that we all receive this wonderful healing. I also set the intention that this healing goes out to the collective to support the raising of the vibration of humanity, to support peace on earth in a way in which humans can live peacefully together on the earth plane and peacefully with Mother Nature. This is very, very important, especially at the current time in the world. And you might like to set that intention too as we go into this healing. If you're a healer also and would like to send healing as we do this to yourself and out to the collective, then that's a beautiful thing to do, and by all means do that. But I'm going to start and get into the healing and send you healing, me healing, the collective, always in love and light, always for the highest good of each of you individual, and for the highest good of all. And to confirm, I always bring Archangel Michael in when I do these lives. And so he is here and he is holding the space for us. And I'm asking him to also protect us while we do our healing as well. And when I say protect, it means that as we work our energies and connect to source, or the beings of light working within the source energy, Archangel Michael and his angelic circle of angels, they hold that high vibrational energy around us. And they also make sure that all the energies that we work with are in the highest vibration of love and light, and that we are all protected, and that it's for the highest good. I visualize a cloak also around me when I give healing. You might like to just know this, and if you're a healer, it might be of interest, or you might use this already. But I like to visualize Archangel Michael putting a cloak around me to also protect my energy. This protection allows love to flow freely to and fro, to speak truth and so on. But it protects us and keeps our energies high vibration. So this beautiful cloak. And I'm also been working with the lilac flame a lot, which links in with Archangel Zachiel and also links into Saint Germain. So I asked them to come forward and be with us as well now. And this is a beautiful energy that I use to cleanse and heal and protect myself, which I'm placing here now. And I would like to place this for all of us, for our highest goods. And if you would like to do that, just have the intention of that as well. I'm going to start to send healing now as well for the collective and for all of us, each of us individually. Running some healing, asking and also feeling Archangel Raphael here. So Archangel Raphael with the emerald green angelic light, he's stepping forward. He's a very familiar archangel to so many of us. A really beautiful healer. And he and his healing angels support us all. Whenever we require healing, we can call him in, as we can all the angels, ascended masters, whoever we want to work with. Always asking in love and light for the highest good. And for me, that just covers everything. And that's the most sort of beautiful thing that you can say. And it's inclusive, it's beautiful, it's empowering, and it's short and simple to the point. So I might go quiet for a little bit now, and I might have my eyes closed, which I often do throughout. There are a lot of beings of light and galactic beings of light, galactic beings of light that are coming very close to the Earth realm, very much so at the moment. And myself and a lot of people that I'm connected into on Facebook, etc., I know are experiencing the same. And they are coming in to support us all and really trying to encourage peace on Earth, and really stepping in to support us individually as well for our own spiritual growth. I wanted to mention that because it sort of came in there with looking at the Earth there and the healing going into the Earth with how I'm sort of visualizing and what I'm seeing coming up for me and for us with my intuition and seeing with the third eye there. And what's really beautiful and really encouraging is I can see like this web of stars, of golden lights, all on around the earth plane, all around the earth, like the globe of the earth. And this is signifying all the light workers, all the empaths, all the compassionates, all the star beings, all the way showers. And I consider myself all of the above, I think, there. All of us that are stepping into our true divine power, embracing our gifts even more fully, doing the inner work, healing others as we go, sending healing to the collective and the earth. All of us and all of you here will be within that. We are those little golden starry lights that I can see around the earth. And this is very powerful, and it's very important for me to mention, because when we're on our spiritual journey, and especially if on our journey we're perhaps at the beginning and we're kind of stepping into it, or we're on our way but we haven't connected so fully with our soul family, we can feel a little bit isolated, a little bit alone on our journey. People don't always understand the empath, compassionate light worker, because one, perhaps they haven't tapped into that side of them yet, or perhaps they're a younger soul, and perhaps other things. It could be many different things, I would imagine. But that's why it's so important that I mention it now, because as we connect together now in this sacred space, it's like a circle, a sacred circle of divine love and light, and we receive this healing. And as I send this healing out, it's important that you know that we're connecting in this space of love and of light, and that you're loved unconditionally, and that you are so appreciated for all that you are and for all that you do to support in the mission of the light worker and equivalent. And it's important that you know that there will be people in your family and friends that are soul family, and as you step further onto your spiritual path, and that's what I believe anyway, you know, certainly for me it's been the case, and as you step further on your spiritual path, being aligned and in that love and light, more soul family will step forward for you. And for those of you that might feel a little bit maybe isolated with their spiritual journey at the moment, that will happen for you, and you will connect, like for example here on the call now, connecting with me and other like-minded spiritual light workers, star beings, way showers and such like. But those beautiful lights are everywhere that I'm seeing, and that just goes to show how many of us on the earth plane are empathic, compassionate beings. And it goes to show how many are practicing peace and harmony and appreciative and supporting and loving Mother Earth, because these are all key components to a happy society, a healthy, happy society of humanity. And I'm just reading into the energies of what I'm feeling for people here today that are going to be watching this live and on replay. And I think there are worries that you're feeling. I can feel my head. Basically, I can feel my head and my pressure points getting tight. Don't know how to explain. Heavy, tight. Like there's a heaviness, a denseness in there. And to me, that is a very good pointer of, in the collective, and also perhaps for some of you here today, you've taken on a lot of perhaps worries, fears and doubts from what's happening in your world at the moment. And that can be on an individual level, but I'm feeling very strongly that this is going to be because of the impact of what's happening in the world at the moment and the different things that are going on for people, which are causing more challenges for people, and these challenges are different for each person. But being in this sacred space and knowing that you are soul, you are always connected to source, you are part of source, you have your spiritual team of guides, angels, ancestors, and way more than that, that are always with you, supporting you and guiding you, knowing that they are there and you can tap into them all of the time or whenever you wish, and knowing that you can go into these meditative spaces and consciously connect to feel more fully connected, and to ground, to feel more fully grounded and connected and strong on the earth plane. These are very important, powerful, key tools for you to remember throughout your day. So if something triggers you or there's something happening and you think, oh dear, it might cause a worry, or it might cause you to feel sad, or something that you've seen or heard, ground, connect, send the healing, send the love, send the light for the highest good. Send yourself love and light and healing for your highest good. Give yourself the self-care that you need, because the times we need it most are often the times that we forget or think we haven't got time to do it. That is very true, I find. So make a point, even if it's 10, 15, 20 minutes a day, meditation, self-care, something within that practice, you will find that you feel so much more peaceful, connected, grounded, harmonious, so much happier. This is what you will find. And when we do this work, we raise our vibration so that we are resonating at that higher vibration of more love, more light, more peace, and more harmony. And that brings more of that in, because like attracts like. Those are some of the universal laws. So that like energy attracts like energy. So I know sometimes we pick up other people's energies that can feel heavier, or you might turn on the news, and I would recommend don't turn on the news. You can check it every now and again, whatever you feel comfortable doing, but also I would note, please don't step into the propaganda of a lot of those mainstream channels. Please try and find independent channels, because that will be much more supportive and correct, if you like. So really important, the self-care, the self-love, those daily meditations and healings for yourself is really, really key. I don't know if I was going to say anything else there, so I apologize if I forgot to finish something off there. I had a feeling there was something else I was meant to be saying. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So in this space where we're in this beautiful sacred space and connected so fully, I'd like you to focus on the gratitude for all you have, because there is so much love and light in the world. There is so much goodness in the world. And sometimes when we turn on the news channel, which, like I say, I don't necessarily recommend doing, at least not too regularly watching it for too long. I understand people want to stay up to date with what's happening. That's fair enough, but don't immerse yourself in the fear mongering and the scarcity and lack and all of that. Remember that this world is a really beautiful world, and Mother Earth nurtures us and sustains us so we're able to live on Earth, along with the sun, of course, and the beautiful rain that comes to cleanse us. And remember all of the good, all of the love and the light, and so many, the majority of people are wanting harmony and love to reign, and with the majority wanting that, and with all of us practicing this healing as we're doing, this is going to have a massive knock-on positive effect in a really loving way. And the world does need that at the moment. So the more we can give in that way, and for us ourselves to receive that healing, the better. So gratitude for all the things we have in our lives, our own selves, our health, our family, our job, our home, the food we eat, whatever it is, the gifts that we've been gifted with in this lifetime, our spiritual gifts, creative gifts, whatever it is. Always remember, because the more you think of it, the more there is to find. I find if I start thinking of a gratitude list, there's so much, there's just so much that can go onto that list. It's remarkable. I'm like, oh my God, I'm just so fortunate. I'm so blessed, which I am. But when you start listing it in your mind or journaling or whatever you want to do, it's so powerful. So really have that intention of keeping your vibration high, and that self-care, self-love, compassion, and working any forgiveness for self, which we or particularly we do when we do like one-to-one sessions, or if you do anything like that with me, we work through a lot of that kind of thing. But asking that you receive this healing in love and light for your highest good. I just want to run an activation, actually, just quickly. I'm going to run an activation of opening fully to love. So I'm going to run a rose activation, which was channeled to me. I had that come through a little time back, and it's a really beautiful, powerful channeling and activation. So if you'd like to receive it, just say yes in your mind, and activating the rose activation for each of us individually for our highest good, opening fully to love, whatever that is for us in our best interests, and that is comfortable for us to receive and give love freely and easily, and for that to support us on our spiritual journey, and supporting us also for raising our vibration. And that feels really good. That feels like that's helping in itself. And I can feel that really around the third eye. So it feels like it's supporting to open that more fully as well, because I can feel my third eye is just running. Wow, it feels really intense, but really beautiful, like warm, more than intense. It's like this warmth. It's incredible. And I'm just getting something coming through about the throat chakra, which again, this will be for the group collective live and on replay. And so it might be that some of you will have this more fully than others, of course, but what I'm getting for the collective of us, or the collective of you who are here live and on replay, is the reminder of some of you are still feeling a little bit stuck in terms of speaking your truth and being able to I suppose assert yourself more fully with what you want to say in a loving way in situations that are challenging or triggering, or just perhaps a little difficult. So I'm just going to run a bit of energy, actually, and ask if you want to receive it, just say yes. Just do some alignments again here with the chakras, and asking the chakra alignment to run, and that this works for each of us individually for our highest goods, and that it balances, realigns if necessary, and balances the chakras of the body for each person individually for their highest good, because we're all different and we're all at a different place in our journey. And just really working with that throat chakra there for clearing. There's still some work to be done there, it feels like, in the collective, in terms of releasing around that as well. So it could be releasing times of where you felt oppressed or suppressed or basically unable to speak your truth in a way for your highest good, basically. So just running that energy and just seeing that there is, for some of you, there will be some, you're probably working through it as well, perhaps at the moment, with energy shifting off of that throat chakra. And just seeing that and supporting that moving off. But you will, some of you have some more work to do on that. And it's always the case with like the onion, you know, it's like you peel a layer back, you think you've dealt with a trigger or an underlying thing, perhaps a limiting belief, a self-sabotaging behavior. You think you've done it, and then a month, year, 5 years later, oh, feel a little bit of a trigger there. Oh, I thought I'd done that work. Yes, I have, but it goes deeper again. So it's like, you know, we've all done a lot of inner work. So well done to all of us. But often stuff comes up again, and it can come up as well, I feel, for some of you in the form of relationships that you're in at the moment, maybe family dynamic and things like that, where you're kind of being pushed outside your comfort zone, or your boundaries are being pushed. More to the point, your boundaries are being pushed, and you're going to have to step up and speak your truth, or put your boundaries, reinstate your boundaries, so that you're not in the same situation feeling so stuck. And sometimes you can do that perhaps even without verbally saying anything. You can have the conversation with the person, higher self to higher self, and you can put the boundaries up, as in their boundary that you don't want them to cross. This is, you know, I'll accept someone coming up to kind of hear energetically with what they're saying or feeling and so on, but if they step over that with what they're saying or with their energies, then, you know, that's stop, that's enough kind of things. I hope that makes sense. So I feel like there will be important to consider and to perhaps reassess and to put in place again boundaries, and feel that there could be some triggers with family dynamic and such like that's making you feel uncomfortable. I feel my solar plexus going now. So feeling like butterflies, uncomfortable, pushed out of that comfort zone. But what it is they're pushing your boundaries, and they're also maybe triggering you. So although you might be thinking, oh no, I'm experiencing this again, and oh, you know, that person's doing this, actually they are a teacher for you, because they're showing you what needs to be healed, and that is the wisest way to look at that. So if someone's coming into your peripheral now and they're pushing you and you're thinking, I've had enough and I need to say something, they are showing you that there's something that's unhealed, or they are also showing you that you need to put your boundaries in place and speak your truth, because that, my throat chakra was just really running there, and it was like, yeah, there is going to be that for some of you. You really need to, I encourage you to have that confidence and self-love and self-worth to be able to stand up for yourself and speak your truth when you need to. Hello Shani, lots of love to you, thank you for joining. And then from there, that came into the remembering the boundaries, and then the solar plexus is running for me. So solar plexus, we hold a lot of emotion in our solar plexus. I'm just going to use these bowls just to shift off that energy, shift that energy off and away a bit more. Just trying to support there with that. You still need to sort of do the inner work, you still need to set the boundaries and so on, but this energetic work with the bowls is very supportive. It's very supportive for you in that. So I just want to just tap back into that and see if there's anything else coming up. It's just really, for me, like the throat there and the solar plexus, and it's linked in with matters of the heart, as it, you know, is going to be really. But I can feel the heart's just going a little bit there to tell me that the speaking your truth and the feeling that uncomfortableness is relating to things that are important to you, relationships and matters of the heart. Perhaps family feels strong around it for me right now, rather than work and stuff like that. I feel it's more intense, kind of deeper relationships, you know, so like family or relationships with like a significant other. So just feeling into that. I'm just reminding you to look after yourself and to put yourself first in that way. And when you need to speak your truth, you need to speak your truth, and you'll know when it's needed because you'll feel like you really need to say it. And, don't be afraid, because I would say you will know if you can speak your truth or not. If it's a situation where you don't feel that you can because it puts you in a space where you're not safe, that's obviously different. But you will know if you can speak your truth. And what I'm getting here, I just want to tap back into this because I was just getting some information through. I often say this, and I'm being told again, when we say things for our highest good, because we love ourselves enough to stand up to stuff that doesn't feel right to us, when we say it with love, when we say it with good intention for all, then that's the most beautiful thing that we can do. That is supporting us with our spiritual growth. And it's also supporting the other person or people that we're in this situation with, to be able to do the same. Obviously, how they deal with it is different. They might have stepped onto their spiritual journey, they might not have done, and how they work that is very individual. And in a sense, it's not down to you, that they have to decide if they want to embark on the spiritual journey. What's that beautiful saying, that you can never underestimate the power of planting the seed? But you can't make people do something they're not ready for. Marit, hello, thank you. Felt much connected and love. Got some ideas how to help my partner too. That's wonderful. Oh, that's really beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. That is really beautiful. And when we're in this sacred space, and when you're receiving this beautiful healing, so much comes in. Like we said, you're really in that state of listening and receiving information, wisdom, knowledge from your intuition, your higher knowledge, your spiritual support team. And as I said a bit earlier, when your spiritual support team give you support and information and guidance, it's always with love and light. It's always in a compassionate, loving way. And if it's not that, and you feel, oh, that doesn't feel quite right, then it's probably the ego, or what can be termed the ego, stepping in there. So we just say bye to that, to the ego, and allow that to move off, and then focus and center again. Don't get put off by that, because that can happen. And I think it does happen probably regularly to people, even when they're quite far along with years and years experience of tapping into their spiritual team. So just disconnecting from the healing there, and just rubbing my hands together there. And really feeling that around the solar plexus. So be kind to yourself, and try not to take on all of the worries and the doubts that you might be picking up on in the ether, in the collective. Try not to take it too personally if people are pushing your boundaries, because actually they're working through their stuff and it's probably nothing about you. That's the bizarre thing. We get triggered, or we feel like, why is that person treating us like this? But actually, it's nothing about us. It's about what they're going through in their mind and experiencing in their world at that time. And that's not to make excuses for them, but obviously we all have to go through that kind of acknowledging and releasing. And sometimes it feels unpleasant, and we always have to try not to take our stuff out on others, but sometimes it does happen, particularly, doesn't it, with close-knit family, when we love each other so much. Sometimes the people we love the most, we end up being triggered by something, and that we can lose it a bit with them by, I don't know, saying something that isn't very nice, or just not being so approachable or grumpy, or I see it a lot with people. And when you're on the spiritual path, where you're at with that, and you catch it usually, and it's like, oh, hang on, I feel really off kilter. And it might be that you just feel down, or you just feel a certain way, or you feel like you've kind of been treated in a way that you didn't like, and you thought, oh, why did that person do that or say that to me? But then you think, hey, hang on a minute, It's not my stuff, it's their stuff. They're being triggered by something. They're trying to work it out. They're trying to work through their stuff, and they've projected it onto me, and I've been triggered by that. But actually, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm going to keep my boundaries there, and I'm going to ground again and connect. So just to run through that again there, because it's coming up, and so I feel like it's for the collective that I'm reading for, the collective that there's going to be a large group of people here that this is going to resonate with. So I hope that you've enjoyed that. So I'm just going to clear the energies a little bit here. I'm just actually going to run through a deactivate and elevate, which is just to support in releasing anything else that's stagnant and heavy there, particularly with working through some of those chakras and elevating. And I just want to run through the deactivate and elevate is something that I learned on a course and something called SSU. And I'm just going to run something that I channeled, which I call Diamond Light Rainbow Ray. And it's a beautiful high vibrational energy from source, and it connects very much into obviously the rainbow realm of colors, and diamond light color is very high vibrational, very beautiful, and it also connects in with the unicorn realm, which I absolutely love. So I'm just going to run that as well. So if you want to receive it, just say yes in your mind or visualize it, something like that is fine. And just really supporting all of us to shift off and away some of that heavier energy. And then something else I'm just doing here is kind of wiping down the energy of the aura and wiping down and kind of swishing away anything that needs to be swished away, lower energies, for example, from the collective energies that we are working with here live and on replay. And that feels really good, because although that was a really lovely, powerful and transformational meditation and really beautiful, I was picking up different things there from the chakras that, you know, were those heavier, denser energies. So that's the way it goes, isn't it? I'm very fortunate. I feel that I pick up on people, how they feel. I feel it physically, and it's amazing. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that I can, you know, that I'm feeling that. That's what I pick up on so often when I do readings, for example, for people. But it's so important that we work it through. We don't take it in, you know. So it's so important that we do our cleansing, and that's like a whole other episode, isn't it, of talking. But cleansing, things like having a bath in some lovely Epsom salts or some like Himalayan salts, things like that, or even simply, you know, just like washing our hands or having a shower with water is cleansing, and using crystals to support us in releasing the heavier energies and filling us up with more love and light, and supporting us for grounding. I'm just trying to find a couple of crystals here. I've got a whole little bowl of crystals and they're all falling out everywhere. And I can't seem to see the ones I want to find. Oh yeah, I've got some. I think because I was using some this morning when I was doing my healing and meditation in bed. I think that I probably left them upstairs or something. But these are just two very simple ones. You've got a black one and you've got like a smoky one. This is a smoky quartz, the black one. I've had this one for a while, but probably something like an obsidian. I think you get, you know, like the black obsidians, the black onyx. I think there's like a variety of the dark ones, which I really love as well. And I find that these are very supportive for healing and also grounding. And they've got many properties, many different healing properties, and you can feel the stone, feel into them with your intuition and what it's going to help you with, and whether you want to work with that one. But also, I always say to people, do look it up online as well, or in a crystal Bible, because some crystals you shouldn't have physically on you, at least not for too long. But something like those ones I just showed you should be absolutely fine, and they're kind of quite common go-to crystals, which are really lovely. So I hope you've enjoyed that today. Thank you so much for joining me live and on replay. I've really enjoyed being here with you today and doing the healing and the meditation. And if you didn't catch it at the beginning, please feel free to go back when you have time and just watch it again if you feel called to, because it will go to a replay on my YouTube channel under Melanie Hughes, and it will go to a replay under my Facebook pages, which is Melanie Hughes, and then the other one is currently called Sunshine to the Soul. So I always have that intention that it goes over to those, which is useful because it's timeless with what we're doing, so you can tap into it therefore at a future date or whenever you wish to. Thank you for sharing comments as well. It's been really beautiful that you've shared comments and said hi and that kind of thing. It's so nice to actually know who's at the other end of the the screen kind of thing. Sometimes, it's lovely. So I really appreciate that. And just a couple of things before I head off, but if you have enjoyed the work that you experience with me on these lives, and I always do free lives and I try and do them at least once a week, but I'm getting it's great. I'm getting busier with my spiritual aligned business with clients, and also with setting up my website. And I've also set up Eventbrite. So it's been a really busy week, but celebrating a lot of wins, and I encourage you to do the same. Celebrate every win, because it's so important, and it really is a lovely thing to do, and it fills you with joy and raises your vibration. No matter how small it is, whatever the win is, it's always worth celebrating, giving yourself a pat on the back there. So it has been busy for me, and it's been great having sort of clients coming in as well. So if you're interested and would like to work with me one-to-one, if you'd like to work with me one-to-one or join any of the meditation and healing circles that are happening once a month, this is going to be live or kind of live online, but I also do it in my home here in the UK. So I know that's not possible for everybody, so it's so great that we have that option of doing these live calls, etc., online. So if you're interested in any of those, please get in touch. The circles start from 20 UK pounds, and one-to-one sessions currently, if it's just one-off sessions, they're about £65 English pound. So it just gives you a little bit of an indication. But do approach me, send me a message or something like that if you are interested in knowing a bit more and wanting to know all of the things that I offer, because it's more than what I offer in the free lives, for example. And it's really powerful when you go deeply on a one-to-one with somebody, and you can really obviously focus on that one person as the individual. So it's really supportive and powerful. But thank you so much for joining me. Keep shining your beautiful lights, and I look forward to catching up with you all soon. Thank you, all of you. Lots of love. Bye for now.